It's so gorgeous outside today. Oh my gosh! I'm going to show you the view and we'll keep going to the forest. Before we get into today's video where I talk about cultural norms that surprised me as an American who moved to Paris, I just want to say that I hope no one's offended by what I'm saying. It's not my intention. I was trying to be as objective as possible, but just in case someone is offended, then this is a great background to watch because, you know, even if you're not in nature, just watching it is so relaxing. You're going to hear birds chirping. We're just going to be walking through Bois de Vincennes, chatting, catching up, and I hope you enjoy this video and learning a bit more of what life has been like since moving to France. And also, I just want to mention that, you know, the French have a stereotype for being called rude, and then within France, the French have a stereotype for calling Parisians rude. And since I've been living in Paris, maybe some other French people outside of Paris have other opinions and thoughts and things like this, and I can't reflect on all of those, but I can just share from my perspective and show you this woods in the southeast of Paris. And yes, I realize it does look like a park, but the name for it is Bois de Vincennes. So let's go. So I think there's definitely a lot of things that have me feeling like, you know, I'm actually the rude person. And wow, oh, so many flowers are blowing. But it's just because I don't know what's going on, man. It's totally different. Like, for instance, did you know that if you go to a gathering of people, some sort, it could be like, I don't know, out at a bar, it could be at someone's home, it's normal to greet every person that's there, whether or not you know them, or the person that they came and they know, like who they came with, regardless if you know them or not. It's just expected. And what's expected on top of greeting them, as opposed to just be like, oh, I'll catch up with them later. Or, you know, it's very normal for me to go to something and see someone and never talk to them. But I don't think it's rude at all. I just think like, oh, we just never had our chance to talk. But here, not only is it expected to greet them, but you're supposed to put your cheek on their cheek twice. And you know, the les bis or the kiss on the cheek thing, like, I understand it's not going away and I need to just get over it. But the first thing that comes into my mind when I see a stranger and my thought is to put my face on their face, I'm just like, are you sick? What am I exposing myself to? Like, hold my breath. I go through all these things and it comes off as rude. It took me a while to realize like how rude it comes off, but it comes off as rude. Another thing is to make sure every time you go into a store, you greet the person. And even if there's so many people in the store, you don't think they noticed you at all. I've gotten some dirty looks from shop owners because I didn't say anything when I walked in, but I'm like, there's 8 other people in here. What does it matter that I walked in? But it's just how it is here. And I definitely think that there's so many times that I come off as the rude person, but it's just because I'm not used to things being a certain way. Hold on, look at these flowers blowing. Can you see it? The birds singing. I really hope my favorite spot is available. It has a bench. I love when someone makes a bench in the woods because I'm just like, wow, you really care. You really want to spend time out here, you know? Not my bench, but it's a great tree. I think I see it over there. Hold on. I don't remember how I found it last time. Oh no, there's campers. That's okay. Let's go somewhere else. We'll go over here. Now, I will say something that I do find rude, and again, it's just another cultural difference, is the way people won't move out of your way. There's no personal space. And I like, so imagine you're on the sidewalk, someone sees you coming, you expect them to move out of the way if they're just standing and talking and they're forming a circle. But no, you can't expect that here. What you can expect is someone to shove past you if you're in their way. There's so much shoving here, it's ridiculous. Actually, a few days ago, a friend came to visit and he was shopping and he was standing in the line to try on his clothes, and the person behind him was basically touching him the entire time with his phone, like just like literally like just so close to him. And there was no need for it. I've seen the same thing happen in a club with another friend, someone behind them, and you can, I'm just watching the whole thing. They're scooting forward, like, what's that behind me? I feel like there's something there. And it's like, oh, it's just a person on their phone touching me with their phone because they, for some reason, don't think there's a reason to back up. So, like, to me, where I come from, we have lots of space. There's no need to be all up on someone you don't know, breathing on them. Like, breathing on someone else, that's rude. But here, it's just everyone's on top of each other. It's so densely populated in Paris that I don't know why people are breathing on each other for no reason, but it's happening. And another thing I just remembered as far as greeting people, don't think that you don't need to greet the homeless either. Which sounds very specific, but there's been numerous situations where a homeless person comes up to me asking for money and I'm just like, I don't have anything, you know? Like, let's just cut to the chase. But no, that's not what they want. They want to be greeted. They want a bonjour, bonsoir, or like if it doesn't work out, you need to tell them that they're gonna have a great day afterwards. And it's even gotten to the point where I just felt like harassed by people because they felt like, I don't know, like I just cut them off too early from what we both know they're going to ask for. Yeah, so do not underestimate how much it's needed to use a greeting. There's these tiny little waterfalls just wandering through. So nice. Can you see it? It's beautiful. The water sound is so relaxing. The birds. I wonder how to get to the other side. Hold on, I can find it. Found it. Another way that I think I'm rude, but I don't mean to be rude, but I'm pretty sure I am because I'm American, is because I don't know how much you know about the French language, but to say something in French the way you would say the same thing in English, it takes way more words in French and it just sounds way fancier. It's over the top. And whenever I try to say something nice to someone that I met and just translate my English to French words, or I would answer the same way I would to a friend in America. Some bird commotion going on up there. I can tell I'm being perceived as rude. And I'm like, fuck. It took me a while to realize it, because I was just like, oh, maybe it's just that person. But I was like, no, it keeps happening. And then also I learned it more because I kept learning French. And just like the more I learned and accepted the language for what it is, I was just like, I need to use more words to describe how I'm feeling. And you would think I'd be really good at it considering I love to write books, but no, I'm not actually not putting it into words. I feel like it's unnecessary. but here I need to do it, so I'm less rude. I will also say that whenever I was talking to a French person about this not too long ago, they were telling me, like, no, French people are rude. Like, just the things that they talk about. And I was like, well, I can't understand it yet, but I believe you. I mean, just if you just look deep into the politics or things that are going on in the country, I mean, it's not that hard to believe that people are rude here. Luckily, I haven't faced any personal, like, acts of racism or violence, but it's definitely going on here, and it's definitely happening often. So that's it, really. I think I'm gonna go this way. It's gorgeous outside. So yeah, I'd love to know, like, what you think. I'd also love to know if anything surprised you or not really, or just maybe you thought about something in a different way. But I would say the main thing is not make assumptions about people before you meet them, because when you generalize, it's not doing anything for you or for that other person. They could be the nicest person ever, but how would you know if you go into it thinking that they're going to be rude? Also, did you notice my earrings? They say, what does this one say? One says, I say what I want, and one says, I do what I want, and I love them. They're by Do You Ear Me? Pretty sure that's what it is. Great. They have so many great earrings on their shop. Did you know there's a part of the woods in Paris where it's just a nudist park? Just walking through the woods, you know? I see a bunch of people tanning, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then I get closer, I'm like, oh, they're naked. Then I see the sign. Then I see a man next to the sign just staring and watching, and I'm just like, dude, come on. Just tell everybody about it like me.